Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Today I thought I'd just post a quick video to show you what I'm packing for my 3-day trip down to Miami to take my daughter to college. I think the most important thing I need to pack is a giant box of tissues because I think I'm going to be crying my eyes out when we have to leave her, and some waterproof mascara will be #1 on my list. But where it's only 2 nights out of town, I think I am going to check luggage because she, of course, is checking a giant suitcase. So I don't have to worry about, having everything in the small tubes, but it's just 2 days, so I'm going to try to really pare down. So when I go away for just a quick overnight and I want to pare down, I just thought I'd show you what I bring. So I'll start with the skincare because, the skincare routine is so important to me and I absolutely love it, but I really hate traveling with all those, little glass vials with the vitamin C and all that stuff, and where, 2 days isn't going to make a huge difference where I'm going to miss the stuff that terribly. So I tend to leave, most of my skincare items at home. So what I do take with me to clean my face, let's start with, I take a couple of the Kirkland Daily Facial Towelettes. I love and swear by these for removing my makeup at night. This takes off 90% of my makeup. I'll just take, if I'm going for 2 or 3 nights, I'll take 3 of them out of the pack, put them in a tiny zipper bag, and put them in my DOP kit. So that is the Kirkland Daily Facial Towelettes. They're from Costco, but you can also get them on Amazon. They contain cucumber, chamomile, and aloe, so they're really soothing and they don't have any alcohol or harsh detergents in them. So I love those. Those come with me all the time. Then to wash my face, my travel face wash is the Eucerin Sensitive Skin Redness Relief Soothing Cleanser. I use 2 different face washes, just I don't know. There's really no reason. I like them both, and I couldn't decide between the 2, so one stays in my shower, but it's in a bigger bottle with a pump dispenser, so it's hard to travel with. So this is the one that I take with me when I travel, and it also soothes my skin and is very moisturizing. It doesn't really have detergent either. I'm into kinder, gentler skin washing, so I take that with me. And then for my morning routine and my evening routine, I tend to just strip out most of the anti-aging stuff if I'm only going away for a night or 2. And I just take the basics that still gives me the stuff that does help my skin to look a little bit younger, but it doesn't have like the big guns like, I kind of tend to leave my Retin-A at home and I leave my vitamin C serum at home. But what I do take right after I wash my face that I put on first is my Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Serum. This is the fragrance free, and what I love about this is that it contains hyaluronic acid and it contains niacinamide and it has peptides. So this is a great kind of all-around anti-ager. I put that on first right after I wash my face. Then after that, this is in the morning, I'll go ahead and put on my CeraVe PM. PM just means that it doesn't have sunscreen in it, and this is my facial moisturizing lotion. This one also contains niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and it has a number of ceramides as well. So it's very moisturizing and soothing. These both are. And when your skin is like stressed and fatigued from doing things like crying and being on airplanes, and you need like just the basics to kind of soothe and smooth everything out. So that's what I take with me. For my nighttime skin routine, I leave pretty much everything at home, but the one thing I do take is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair, and this is the night, and I'll just use this at night all over my face, neck, chest, backs of hands. So that kind of replaces my Retin-A, which is the prescription Retin-A. This is a retinol, which is much weaker, but for 2 days, it helps to keep my skin kind of used to the whole retinol, Retin-A routine, but it's not the big guns, which I just leave them at home because, it's a pain to just pack all that stuff. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to fit in one tiny suitcase. I can't have a full suitcase with skincare. So those are the 3 skincare items that I bring. Of course, the other thing I always bring is a sunscreen, and on this trip, since it's to Miami, I'm going to be taking the Exuviance Sheer Daily Protector. This is an SPF 50 PA++++ broad spectrum all mineral sunscreen. So it protects from UVA and UVB. It works really well under makeup, very foolproof under makeup, and it doesn't leave a funky cast to my skin. It doesn't leave me overly shiny. So if I don't want to wear makeup, I don't have to, and that's what I like about this one. The other skincare item that I am going to bring, because it's so tiny, is my Rapid Lash, because that won't take up any room in my suitcase. I've been using this for about 6 or 8 months now to grow my eyelashes, and I really love the results that I've gotten. And I also use it to regrow my eyebrows, which I'm working on. They're kind of a work in progress. First they started growing back a little funky because I was only putting it here, but now I've started drawing it all the way across, and my eyebrows are really coming in nicely. I gotta say, I'm very happy. So I take this with me because you have to use it every night, and it takes up so little space that I can bring it. All right, so that's gonna be my skincare routine for those 2 nights while I'm away. So very small little bunch of stuff. So let's move on to the makeup that I'm bringing. All right, so I packed my makeup in this bag, although this is about twice as big as it needs to be. I'm really only taking this much makeup. And let me show you what I'm taking. So these are really my foolproof go-to everyday products that I'm going to use. So let's start with the face. I'm going to bring the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Cream. This is another SPF 50, so I'll have double the coverage between using the exuviance and this, and they layer really nicely together. And this is just foolproof. You don't need a sponge, you don't need a brush, you just slap it on with your fingers, and it looks great. So I'm taking that. The other thing I'm taking for face is my Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation. This is in the color Nude. I have used up almost all of this, but I love it, and what I like about this is that it layers nicely over the IT CC cream, or I can use it on its own. So I'm not sure what kind of events we're going to be going to down there. It's a 3-day orientation at UMiami. They do have a lot of family events, a lot of parent events. Like they even have kind of grief counseling for the poor mom who's sending their daughter off. They don't call it grief counseling, like transition counseling or how to separate. I hope I'll be okay with it. They have a big barbecue with the president, so I don't think I'm going to be wearing a ton of makeup, but I will want to look presentable at some of these things. So it'll be kind of different levels between hauling stuff to her dorm room, making her bed, doing laundry, going out to buy a refrigerator or whatever else we forgot. Very minimal makeup to going to events with the president, which could be more makeup, and that could be fun. So then the brushes, so then for the face, I'm also going to bring my IT Cosmetics Vitality Face Disc, Live, Laugh, Love. This, I have been loving this summer. It has everything you need. It's got a bronzer, it's got a blush, and it's got a highlighter all in one. So I take that. That doesn't take up much space in my luggage, and I am good to go with that. For the brush for the bronzer, I'm going to take this IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Radiance Wand Brush. Number 14, that's going to be for the bronzer. My blush brush, I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush brush, that's a nice little one. And for the Becca powder, I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe dual-ended air brush, or perfecting brush, I forget what it's called, but that one with the 2 ends, because then I can do concealer and makeup. All right, for the eyes, I'm going to take my Naked 2 Basics palette from Urban Decay. This is my go-to palette for travel. It contains pretty much everything that I need to do either a simple day look or a nice, more dramatic eye look, and these are all matte, so I'm going to take that along. I'm going to take a couple of brushes to apply that with, basically 3 or 4 of my favorite brushes from my Beauty Junkees brush set, so I'll just be taking 4 of those for applying the eyeshadow and for blending it out. So I'll take those along. My current favorite eyeliner, which is the Pure Minerals Double Ego Liner in Swiss Alps. I'll be taking that along. And what else? For the lip, I have been loving this Makeup Forever Aqua Lip Liner in 3C. I'll take that, and I will pretty much be wearing one lip look the whole time. I'm going to take this Laura Mercier paint wash in Nude Rose to put over that, and this is a great lip gloss that really feels soft and it's not overly glossy, and I'm loving that. And let's see what else. A couple more eye things for the for the other eyeliner. I always take my Wet n Wild eye pencil in silver that I always do my lower lashes with. And just in case I want to sparkle it up a little bit, I'm going to take this Boots No. 7 Stay Perfect Shade and Define eyeshadow. This one is in Cool Mink, and that just has a little bit of a shimmer to it, and it's a pencil, so it's easy to do eyeliner and eyeshadow with it. I always bring my Tarte Clean Slate 360 Creaseless 12-Hour Smoothing Eye Primer. That will go under all my eyeshadow looks as well. Gotta pop that in there. And the last item I'm taking with me is a waterproof mascara. I actually just bought this one just to try it out. I haven't used it much, so I'm not sure. I think it's good. It is the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Mascara, and I bought it in waterproof specifically for this trip so that when I am sadly driving away from leaving my daughter on campus where I'm not going to see her for about a month, my mascara won't be running down my face. So wish me luck, everybody, dropping off my daughter at campus. I think I might do a video on what it's like when I come back, because it certainly is like it feels big, you know, and it is big. I think like it's a big, like, life-changing event. I'm going to have a hard time dealing with it because, you know, it's tough when you raise these babies from scratch and love them so much, and they're like leaving. You worry. I'm going to try not to cry. Okay, so already the waterworks are starting, so you can imagine what I'm going to be like when I'm actually leaving her, where it's 2 days before and all I'm doing is like mentioning doing a video about it. Holy cow. Anyway. Wish me luck. I will be back with you next week, and hopefully all will go well with this. So a little bit of a, like, I don't know, sad time, but hopefully many, many happy times in the future, right? So that's what I'm taking with me. That's my quick, what I'm going to pack. And hopefully that will serve me well, and it'll be all I need. So that's it for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.